Just wanted to make a quick video about the 50% entry, the OTE, the Optimal Trade Entry, and this would have been a good trade. You would have seen in Discord that, you know, it was like a hindsight trade. I spotted it after it's made its move. So really it's just a quick one just to say, one, don't wait for me to say to sell or buy. You look at your fibs and then you can see swing high when using that swing low, right? So admittedly we could have used this one, but this is the one that I was using from last week and it just coincided with that. So it's kind of still under investigation which one to use. We could have used that even, really, to be honest with you. We could have used that. Would have been a bit tricky here though, because you would have got a big retracement. So this one would have been better in hindsight. And we didn't really get much retracement at all. So it would have been an excellent trade. So one, don't wait for me to say buy or sell, and two, you know, maybe I might not be around to spot these. I might be looking at some other currency pair. Like I was today, I was looking at the pound USD, and it took up a lot of my focus and attention, and it's kind of annoying because I could have spotted this and then I could have reported it into Discord, but we see how we had the 50%. So condition one, we took out some stops on the way up. We spent some time above the 50%, and then we've come down below the 50%, and we made a lower high and a lower low. Yeah, here. So there's your entry here, and you could have entered in this candle, and then you would have got out. So what's really good about this is you can just have this one trade and then you can come back tomorrow, because that move here is nearly a $10 move on gold. So you know, it can be a hell of a lot of money if if you're positioned correctly, and your stops basically here, you know, above the swing high. So you would have got a decent risk to reward. Probably yeah, it's been a 2R, you know, about a 2R trade. So all you need is a couple of those trades and then you're doing okay. So really, one is, don't necessarily wait for me to say buy or sell. Two, this setup can be used on anything, and you can use it at your own leisure, you know, as long as you know the conditions, and those are the conditions that I said. And third is that you don't really need to overtrade. You just need probably just the one trade. So now, had you have not called it, you might have got caught here, for example, and you might have done this, and that would have been quite stressful. You know, you'd have made a little bit of profit, and then you'd be down. So you, depending on your risk appetite, you might have got stopped out up here. And so it's a case of just getting the good entry, knowing when to exit is the high or low, and don't wait for me to say buy or sell, just in case I'm looking at some other currency pair, which I was. So just a good example of the QDB OTE setup there. So just a quick one on cable. Actually, no, I tell you what we could do. We could quickly look at Dixie, because that's the long idea we've got, isn't it? So we're nicely green. There's our entry, okay? There's a stop loss, and we're in the green still. So remember, it's well supported because we've got this B support, and we've got this diagonal support as well from the XD. So we created a higher low, and potentially we're going to come up to profit. We might come up to profit on ECB, because there could be quite a dovish response from the ECB, and the dollar could probably do quite well, potentially. So we might even get to TP this week. So just a quick one there on gold, just a follow-up about the Dixie, and that's it really. Not much point, you know, there's no need to talk about anything else. Just really, like, the QDB setup is really, really good, and you should use it, and you've got yourself a decent system. But I would recommend the FX SSI indicators for the stop loss clusters. And that's today's video. So I'll speak to you guys tomorrow, and we'll have to see how we go with risk appetite. It's going to be a bit tricky to call because we're very toppy on risk, so we'll have to see how we go tomorrow. But it was a bit of a funny old day today in terms of risk appetite, so we'll see how the risk calculation, how that fares tomorrow, and we'll have a better idea. So we'll see what happens here, and then I'll wish you a good night, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. I wholeheartedly recommend fxsi.com and their indicators for MetaTrader 4 and 5. It's a 7-day free trial, so do have a look. There's no credit card required. You might be lacking in some sentiment awareness, analysis, and it does complement technical and fundamentals very well. Especially if you're very technical, you could be missing out on some sentiment, or if you're particularly fundamental, you could be missing out on some sentiment. This is like a sweet zone. It complements both, and it gives you a very strong bias about direction as well. So technicals are great for direction, fundamentals are great for direction, but the sentiment sits in between. Okay, and so perhaps if you're missing out on some sentiment awareness, these are the best indicators in existence in the world for that. And then you can have a look at this. You've got a 7-day free trial, and you've got your order book, and you've got your indicators, including the ratios, which are amazing. Just look at my videos on my YouTube channel and you can see how powerful the ratios are. And you can have a look. Just take your time. You've got 7 days to trial them, and if you don't like them, then that's fair enough. You don't have to renew, but we do have a code if you want to, and it's just the QDB code, and it gives you a 10% discount, and that's it. So have a look, see what you think, and like I said, it's a 7-day trial, so you don't have to renew, but I think you'll probably find you will renew afterwards, because the order book and the ratios and the stop loss clusters as well are amazing. The stop loss clusters are great because you know where to target. Okay, so that's where you take profit, where people get stopped out. Okay, and that's it. So just a quick plug for the fxsi.com, and enjoy your day.